Today, we're going to talk about how to turn your 10 plus years of expertise into your first $1,000 offer. First, we're going to stop selling your time. You have to stop selling your time and you have to sell the transformation. What is the transformation that someone will get after they work with you? What will the outcome be? That's what you have to sell, not necessarily work with me for this amount of time and get these three things. No. After you work with me, this is what it'll be. You will no longer have this problem. You will be able to move on to the next area of your life that you need to handle because you will no longer have this problem. That's what you sell. You sell the transformation. That's number one. Next, you're going to use the simple lab method. So basically, it's learned, applied, and benefited. So what have you learned? What have you learned? Applied is how have you used it? Benefit. What was the result? So you can use the lab method um to put your offer together. You could tell them what you learned, how to apply it, and what the result is, what the benefit of it is. That's another way you can put $1,000 offer together. And then the third thing is you do a minimum viable offer. This $1,000 offer is not for a 12-week course program that you're going to be working with somebody. No, this is your first offer that you put together, and it's going to be like a 30-day action plan. It's going to be something that's high value but low friction, and it solves an urgent problem, a problem that they have right now that they need to take care of right now. It's not going to be your what your offer is that you can, upsell them to later, or your 12-week course if you decide to go with that, if you decide to do a cohort or something. That is not what this is. This is your first offer that you can get somebody to sign up for that has an urgent problem and need it solved fast. That's what this $1,000 offer is. It's going to be it's going to be a contained amount of time. Like my offer is 30 days. It's for people that want to come put something together in 30 days and land their first paying client within that first 30 to 60 days. They have that's an urgency. They don't want to keep going for another year before they get their first paying client. So that's what your $1,000 offer is. And so that's one way you can do it is the minimum value offer, and it has to be it has to be high value, it has to be low friction, and it has to serve a urgent problem. Then next is price with authority. Okay. A lot of people are scared to ask for $1,000. But you have to think about the transformation that the people will be getting. Is it worth $1,000? More than likely, yes, because they pay you this $1,000, they're going to be able to go and not worry about this problem no more. Or if you're helping somebody build their business, and if they pay you this $1,000, you're going to help them to be able to go make it $10,000. So they'll get a 10 times return on that money. So yes, it's worth the transformation that they'll be getting. So you have to price with authority, and you have to know that this price really is a steal for them. Really is a steal for them, but it's also at a price point where it makes it worth it for you to put this time in to help someone. So it's a win-win for both people. It's a good price point for you to really put your time and help someone, and it's a great price point for them to get their problem solved in a fast, urgent manner. Okay. So then next is 5, manifestation. Y'all know I'm big on that. So you have to, when you're thinking about manifestation of working with someone, then you think about affirmations and the wisdom you have. The wisdom you have. Well, how are you that wisdom that you're going to be imparting into someone and sharing with someone? That's probably worth a lot worth a lot more than $1,000 when you look at it that way. You have to, have a certain energy about it. So do that visualization and think about how you will help this person, what point they will be at after they work with you. And that's going to put a certain energy behind it, and that's going to come through. And that's going to, when you say your $1,000 offer, you're going to have a certain energy behind it, because you're going to know, if you work with me, you're going to know this is what you're going to, this is how you're going to come out of it. This is the transformation you're going to get, and you're going to see it in your head already. And you can help them also see it in their head. And then they'll start to see that, you'll start to see this $1,000 is worth it. They'll start to see this $1,000 is worth it. I actually had somebody tell me, is that all? I thought it was going to be more. I couldn't wait to work with you. And I was like, you know what? You were exactly right. That price is excellent, isn't it? And I was also told to raise my price, because I have proof now. I have people that I've worked with already at that $1,000 price point. So I have raised my prices, and you will get to that point too. But you can start with that $1,000 offer, and it's going to be from your experience to where this is something you can help someone with this without coming up with all this program, a big long program or a big drawn out time to work together. You can do one-on-one calls like I do, because I've lived this. I've lived this. I could teach you this on a one-on-one call. I could, we could have some follow-up. We could do, a month of us being able to, DM, or we have a system where we can message back and forth. I can help you even more on that, on that, along those lines. But just for your offer, is going to be basically what you already know, and you can teach just like that, because it's there. You lived it. You've been doing this certain thing for years, so you could teach it to anybody off the top of your head. You don't have to come up with this long, drawn out cohort. But when you start working with people and you understand what they need, that's how you can build your next thing that you can work with them with. And that's your next offer. Your next offer, that after the $1,000, the next thing, $2,500 for this 6-week cohort or something like that along those lines. And you'll figure that out. All of that will come to you once you start with this first offer, and you figure out what your clients really need. And once you start working with them and putting it all together, then you can figure out what the next thing is going to be, and it'll be exactly what they need. Just like right now, you teaching them exactly what they need from your lived experience. So just to go over the steps again. First, you're going to stop selling your time, and you're going to sell the transformation. Next, you're going to do the simple lab method. What you've learned, how you applied it, how it benefited you, how it can benefit them. Then next 3 is going to be your minimal valuable offer right now. It's not going to be anything long drawn out. It needs to be 30 days or less, to be honest with you. And it needs to be high value, low friction, and it needs to serve an urgent problem. Then it's going to be price with authority. Know that this price is price great, because I'm going to be able to teach you something in this short amount of time. After you work with me, you're going to have this transformation, and I will have been solved your problem in this short amount of time. So price it that way. Don't price it based on how you think it should be, or how you feel this day. No, price it with outcome that they will have, the transformation that they will have. That's how you come up with that price, and that's why you have authority behind it. And then the manifestation, the affirmations, the energy you have behind it. Imagine what your customer is going to look like at the other end of when they work with you. So that is how you price and get your first $1,000 offer. Let me know in the comments which one of these feels right to you, which one of these feels like you will be able to do, and then go out there and do it. Put your offer together, come back and let me know how it went in the comments. All right, and I'll talk to y'all on the next episode. Remember, you have years of experience, and it it is valuable, and it's going to help the right person. You just have to figure out that gap. So you can download the first client checklist in the link, and once you download it, complete this checklist within 48 hours. You have to take action. It's all about taking action. That's how you're going to change, and that's how you're going to actually see something, see something happening is by taking action. So in the first 48 hours of you downloading this checklist, finish it, complete it, come back and let me know how it goes. And I'll talk to y'all. See y'all in the next video.